Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In previous videos, I've talked about USAA credit cards and Navy Federal credit cards, and someone in the comments section recommended that I look at PenFed's credit cards. For those who don't know, Pentagon Federal is sometimes shortened to PenFed, and they offer a really interesting selection of credit cards. For those who don't know me, my name is Jake. I'm active duty military, and I talk about military and finance issues on this channel. If that interests you, please subscribe. Okay, PenFed is based out of Virginia, so that's where the Pentagon is, and it is significantly smaller than the other credit union that caters to military members, and that would be Navy Federal. But it still has a very interesting selection of services. Among them are these 5 credit cards. You have the PenFed Gold Visa, the PenFed Promise Visa, the Power Cash Rewards Visa, the Pathfinder Rewards Amex, and the Platinum Rewards Visa. All 5 of these cards generally have lower APRs than you'd get at a private bank like Citi or Chase. They all have no foreign transaction fees and no annual fees, which is pretty amazing. Now, I do need to tell you that you have to be a member of PenFed in order to get this card. However, the membership qualifications are very lax. So anybody who is active duty, guard, reserve, or if you're retired, or if you are a current employee of pretty much any government agency, as well as a member of one of these Veterans Associated charities, or you're a family member of anyone that was in any of those previous categories. And even if you don't meet any of these criteria or qualifications, you can become a member of either Voices for American Troops or the National Military Family Association. It's a one-time $17 donation to a charity. All the money goes to the charity. You then qualify to be a PenFed member, and then you're eligible to get their credit cards. Okay, the first card is the PenFed Gold Visa, and this card offers the lowest APR. You'll see at the bottom it says between 9.24 and 17.99. And this card is interesting because it has no annual fee, but it also gives you kind of like a sign-up bonus. When you spend $1,500 in the first 90 days, you get a $100 statement credit. I really feel like that should be $150. I like that 10% mark, but $100 is still better than nothing, which is what you would find on a lot of other offered low APR cards. This card also has a 0% APR on balance transfers for up to 12 months. And it's a 3% balance transfer fee, which is pretty standard. In general, if you're the kind of person who knows you're going to have a little bit of credit card debt for a little bit, I discourage that, but if you must, then yeah, you want the card with the lowest APR rate, because this card has no cashback or rewards, but if you're going to be carrying over a balance month to month, you don't care about points, you don't care about cashback. In that instance, if you're not clearing your balances every month, you want the lowest APR and you want to get the 0% on balance transfers until you can successfully pay down your debts. The second credit card is fascinating. I've never seen any card like this, and it's the Promise Visa. So it'll give you a low APR between 11.99 and 17.99. It gives you the sign-up bonus of a $100 statement credit when you spend $1,500 in 90 days. And then it gives you a promo APR of basically 5% on transfers from other cards for 12 months. Now, what does it mean, absolutely no fees? I had to download the PDF terms and conditions because I didn't believe this. But yeah, there are no fees. No annual fee, no balance transfer fee, no cash advance fee, no foreign transaction fee, no late payment fee, no over credit limit fee, and no return payment fee. I don't know how PenFed is doing this. Like, why would you design a card where you just expected your customer base to take advantage of you or abuse it? I've never heard of a credit card that didn't have late payment fees or penalty APR fees. So this card also doesn't have a penalty APR, meaning if you miss a payment, they don't jack up your rates. I don't know what the APR will be. It probably won't be as low as the PenFed Gold, but it's still, in my opinion, a lower APR, a better APR than you would get with private banks like Citi or Chase. The next card is the PenFed Power Cash Rewards Visa Signature. And this card has 0% promo APR for balance transfers with a 3% fee, a $100 statement credit when you spend $1,500 in 90 days. Once again, I wish that was $150. This card also gives you kind of the standard 1.5% cash back on everything. However, if you're a PenFed Honors Advantage member, you're eligible to get 2% cash back. And this is really interesting because whenever someone asks me what credit card should I get, I always recommend on your base to have, for example, the Citi Double Cash card. The Citi Double Cash card gives you 2% back on everything, but it's kind of a little tricky because it gives you 1% back on purchases and then another 1% back on payments. So it's eventually 2%. This card is just going to give you 2% automatic. Now, to be a PenFed Honors Advantage member, to get this card for that benefit, you need to see if you qualify. And to qualify, it explains on the website that you have to either be a military service member, either active duty, reserve, honorably discharged, or retired, or you just have to have a checking account with PenFed Credit Union. I did look up what the qualifications are or hidden fees might be with their checking account, and it's a no-fee checking account with a daily balance or a monthly direct deposit of $500 or more. So the idea of opening up a checking account and then not using it just to get that consistent 2% cash back isn't going to work. If you don't at least put $500 in the account and then keep $500 in the account, you're going to start paying a monthly fee for your checking account, and I personally am not a big fan of monthly maintenance fees for checking accounts. The next card might be my favorite, but not because of anything in the description. It's a vertical credit card. I've actually not seen this before. It would make sense that you could do this, but like the numbers are the other direction. Your name is vertical. That to me is really interesting, so I give PenFed credit for entertaining me while looking at their website. This card is also interesting because it gives you 5x points on gas and 3x points on groceries. Now, the standard rate for points is 1 cent per point. If you have 100 points, you have about $1. Now, I wish the point systems were redeemable for cash, but you have to kind of use their web portal in order to book hotel and flights using their points. The rate at which you'll get for either hotels or flights is slightly different. And once again, it's not like Amex points or Chase Sapphire Reserve points. PenFed has its own point system. You can redeem the points for gift cards, and that's most likely what I would do. This card is actually comparable to a card I already have, the USAA Cashback Rewards card. This card is interesting because it gives me 5% cash back on all gas purchases up to $3,000 a year. The PenFed Platinum Rewards Visa Signature gives you 5x points, but there's no cap. If you were to spend more than $3,000 in a year on gas, this would be a better option because you're consistently getting that 5x points. This card also once again has the $100 statement credit when you spend $1,500 in 90 days. It's really up to you if you'd rather have the points for unlimited purchases on gas or if you'd just rather have the cash back like I would and then have a limit of $3,000 a year. The next card actually created a lot of buzz when it was introduced a year and a half ago, and this is the PenFed Pathfinder Rewards American Express card. And the most important thing about this card is that it has no annual fee. Now, if you're active duty like I am, I recommend getting a premium credit card like the Chase Sapphire Reserve or the American Express Platinum. Those cards have $450 and $550 annual fees, but it's waived for active duty military members. What's amazing about this card is that it has no annual fee, but it gives you really good rewards on traveling. Once again, if you're an Honors Advantage member, you'll get 4x points on all travel purchases. If you're not, you only get 3x points. And this card does have kind of a sign-up bonus where if you spend $2,500 within 90 days, you'll get about 25,000 points or about $250 worth of value back. Now, the thing to notice about this card that got a lot of buzz was that this card gives you a $100 annual air travel credit. And this can cover baggage fees, food purchases, lounge access, any kind of incidental charges you might get while traveling on an airline. And this is a $100 value you just get. When you buy another premium travel card like the Chase Sapphire Reserve or the American Express Platinum, you're paying an annual fee and then getting credits in return. With this card, you're not paying an annual fee. It's free to get, yet you get this $100 credit every year free value. If you're the family member of an active duty military member, or maybe you're retired, or maybe you're Guard or Reserve or a DoD employee, this is a fantastic card to have because it costs you nothing. It is free, and you get this $100 travel credit. In addition, you get this $100 application fee credit for global entry or TSA PreCheck. I made a video talking about TSA PreCheck if you're in the military, if you're active duty, Guard, Reserve. Basically, if you have a CAC or a DoD ID number, then you automatically have TSA PreCheck. But this card and this credit would be amazing for family members or retirees or just veterans in general. Once again, it's a $100 free value. If you wanted to get this card and then use it just for the TSA PreCheck, you're just getting $100 for free. It's pretty amazing. To sum it up, I'm very impressed with PenFed Credit Union's options here. They have 5 very different, very unique and useful cards to service their customer base, and I personally would be interested in these cards if I didn't already have so many to begin with. But I can't recommend these enough. Once again, if you're a veteran or a retiree or a family member of an active duty service member. However, if you're currently serving on active duty, I recommend getting either the Chase Sapphire Reserve or the Amex Platinum because once again, annual fees are waived. Okay guys, if you found this video useful, please give it a thumbs up so other people can find it. In addition, once again, I post weekly about military and finance issues. Please consider subscribing to my channel. Also, if you have any thoughts or questions or ideas that you'd like for me to make a video in the future, leave a comment down below. I love hearing from you guys. Until the next video, take care.